You can't just run from your mistakes. Hi guys, it's Kristen. Welcome back to my floor. So I just watched Adventureland and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the reason I thoroughly enjoyed it is because the characters were like realistic in their flaws. So like it's kind of cringy and people are kind of awkward, but it's not like exaggerated, you know? It's like I can totally imagine a genuine real person being exactly that awkward, exactly that sad, exactly that level of messed up. And it was like so refreshing to have characters that I like believed. And because of that, I took some of the lessons of the movie to heart. So because of that, today I have 6 lessons from Adventureland about becoming an adult. Because also, it was an extremely refreshing coming of age story featuring people who were like 20 to like 23 and not like 16-year-olds. Because when you're 20 to 23, you like actually have to be getting your life together. Unlike 16 to 18-year-olds in high school, that like there's like a few different coming of age stages you go through as a person, and I haven't seen this one in movies as much. So I also very much appreciated that. One, the biggest lesson is that you become adult when you start
taking responsibility.
This is sort of the arc of the main character, James. Pretty sure his name is James. I'm so bad at character names. If that's not his actual name, I'm gonna be kind of embarrassed, but also just think that it's hilarious because I never know the names of characters in anything. Books, movies, TV shows, just don't remember it. But yeah, so him, at the beginning of the movie, he's kind of like counting on all these favors and advice from different people.
Ends up with a job he doesn't want, feel like he's stuck with it. He's counting on his friend to be able to get him an apartment in New York.
But at the end, the thing that kind of forces him to take responsibility is obviously crashing the car, having to pay for it all. But then he goes further and like doesn't just have responsibility forced on him, but actually like acts to take it when he goes to New York, even though he knows he can't afford grad school and he doesn't have a job yet. He's taking responsibility for the course of his life, and that makes very admirable character growth, which we can all learn from. 2, your actual age has very little to do with how mature you are by that standard of number 1. Mainly, I'm talking about Connell and how he's having an affair, but doesn't seem to be taking responsibility for like what a mess he is and just keeps doing it because he's not like recognizing his mistakes. Yeah, you can be like 30 and still not really a real adult because you don't take responsibility for your actions. 3, this one is like actually literally said at the end between James and M, and that's that you can't just run from all of your mistakes, which ultimately ties back to 1. Really, the first one was my only real point here, but you can't just run from your mistakes. In fact, number 4, you should do stuff even though you're afraid of it. This is part of not running from your mistakes, because like you're afraid to face the consequences, but you should do it anyways. Everything is related. These are all just the same thing. But you should do stuff even though you're afraid of it, within like reason, like stuff that you're afraid of that could pay off well. Which takes us to 5, you should trust and be worthy of trust, and particularly to trust your friends to support you and not mock you when you do something that is new or go out on a limb in some way. Your friends shouldn't mock you for that, and you know you have good, mature friends when they don't. In fact, we see all of James' friends mature like this through the movie, which is super cool. Trust and be trustworthy. And 6 is kind of like thrown in at the end when they're talking about authors and writing, and that is that you do not have to be successful in your lifetime in order to be happy, in order to be fulfilled. You can be passionate about something and pursue it and achieve your goals, and those goals should not be tied to other people liking or supporting or loving your work. Your work should be good enough in itself, and that can make you happy without other people having to approve of you. Also, a lot of the movie everyone is concerned about appearances. And so, like, when he's like, I'm just gonna go to New York even though I have no job and my life is a wreck. So cool. So cool. I love it. So, that's all for now. I just really enjoyed this movie, and I thought it had some cool lessons that were shown in cool ways, and I wanted to talk about it. If you enjoyed it, I talk about stuff on this channel. You can subscribe if you want to see more stuff. It might be like this, or it might be different, and that might be better. Thanks for watching. Bye!